Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's Daily Free Winner Show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Now, guys, we've got a great show. Let me bring everybody on because this is a good-looking panel. This is not a dating site, guys. We are professional bettors, documented winners, and we've got some great plays for you today. We're going to have some fun. My co-host today, Jesse Schule, Kevin Thomas, and Rocky Atkinson. Happy Wednesday, gentlemen. Jesse, how are you doing today?
Doing fine, Joe. Top of the morning to you.
Guys, Jesse's filling in. As you know, Dionne's not feeling too well. We'll get into that in a minute. Jesse is going to be my temporary wife this week. By the way, he does snore, but he makes a hell of an omelet in the morning, I'll tell you that. Kevin Thomas, how's your Wednesday going so far?
So far, so good. Beautiful weather. Can't complain.
Now, Kevin, I do notice that we all do know that you're a Packer fan. We see the Packer helmet in the background. We see the Packer hat on. You know, people don't realize this because it's starting to heat up. It's only 111 here today in Vegas. It's starting to heat up, but people don't realize that football is really right around the corner. And we'll talk about some discounts, but this is a perfect time to follow people like Jesse, Rocky, yourself, me, the other documented winners over at SportsCapping, whether you're doing WNBA, CFL, soccer, or baseball, because you could really build up your bankroll. Kevin, I know you're excited about this upcoming football season, but this is an ideal time for people who maybe sometimes, because the weather's heating up, their kids are off of school, they want to sit back and relax. But don't you think this is a perfect time for them to really build up their bankroll for football?
I do, especially with the great deal going on at SportsMemo for preseason football and early bird special in football, because I'm pretty sure all of us, I know me and you do the preseason. I'm pretty sure Jesse and Rocky do too. And you can't go wrong with those deals going on right now. And it's a great time, like you said, to build the bankroll for the rest of the NFL season. And if you're into the fantasy like I am, you're building several bankrolls heading in, and you're following guys now. You've already been invested in football, so it's just fun and exciting. So, and the futures, I mean, betting the futures now. I gave out not too long ago taking the Eagles to win the NFC East at plus 160. You know, I think that's a great investment, especially in that horrible conference division.
That's great stuff, Kevin. Thank you. Jesse's going to be touching on that in a little bit. But I want you to know, sports fans, don't get so excited, some of you, about what Kevin said about fantasy. It's not what you're thinking, all right, guys? I know I was thinking the same thing you guys were. Kevin's talking about fantasy football. Let's go to the man. He's wanted by the FBI for killing bookmakers, the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson. Rocky, happy Wednesday to you, sir.
Hey, Joe. Glad to be back with you here this morning. Celebrating my 20th wedding anniversary today. So
congrats.
Happy anniversary.
You. Appreciate it.
I really want to wish your wife a happy anniversary, because I know, being with Dionne, my wife, 23 years, it's hard for anybody to take me for 23 minutes. So I want to wish a very happy anniversary to the Atkinsons, you and your lovely wife, because it's not easy putting up with guys in our business, is it?
Not at all, Joe. I appreciate it.
I love you, buddy. Well, sports fans, a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, very excited. I didn't even have to take a Viagra today. Got my new kegerator put in last night. Dionne got me a kegerator just in time, because I'm going to be taking a few weeks off soon. All right, my birthday is this Friday. So I think I'm going to probably be a little inebriated from maybe tomorrow through August. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Instead of bacon and eggs in the morning, I'm going to be having beer on top. Excited about that. I would like to talk about my birthday on Friday. Friday, Dionne? Yes. Friday. We're going to dinner tomorrow night, the family. Friday, good friend of mine. By the way, I'm going to the Golden Steer, one of my favorite restaurants here in Vegas. You walk into the Golden Steer, it's like walking into old Vegas, man. It's just like you think you're walking into the 1970s. They got the leather booths. They treat you nicely. The steaks are off the charts. I know Jesse's a big steak guy like me. It's a great place. That's where we're going to go when I beat him on our bet for the New York Yankees. We have a bet, Yankees, Blue Jays. Right now, I'm looking pretty good, but there's a lot of baseball to be played. And then I'm actually going the next night on my actual birthday on Friday. A friend of mine, Adam Steck, is a great producer. He produces a ton of shows here in town, maybe a dozen or so on the strip. Bringing in Sammy Hagar over at the Strat. I'll be right in the front, and Sammy's going to be singing happy birthday to me. So I'm looking forward to that. I do want to talk about something real quick, guys. I lost the game yesterday. You know, I was on a great streak, lost the game, picked up 3 in a row, I think, on the paid on the premium side. I had the Yankees on the run line last night. Now, I don't check scores. You know that. And, the Yankees are pretty safe lately. They're not banging the ball, banging 100 runs in, but they're scoring runs. They're doing well. So it's 2-0 early on. The whole game. Now, the guy's hooking up my kegerator in the backyard. I happen to look at the scores. 2-0, 6 innings, 7 inning, 8 inning. Goes to the top of the ninth, 1 out, 2 out. I checked the score later on. They gave up a BS run late, had them on the run line. So thanks, Yankees. I still love you, but you owe me 5 dimes, you sons of bitches. Anyway, it happens like that sometimes. I know that, Jesse, you mentioned something like that on the game yesterday, correct?
Yeah, I had the Orioles for my premium pick, and it was scoreless through 8 innings until the bottom of the 8th, and 2 outs and a 2-run double, and it ended at 2-0, and I had them plus 1.5. So
Yeah.
that was particularly, it stung. It did sting.
Sports fans, you're not the only ones that lose those heartbreakers. We do this for a living. And guys like Jesse, Kevin, Rocky, and myself, not only are we losing a game for you, those people that put your faith in us, we bet our own games too. We walk it like we talk it. So I get twice as pissed when I lose a game, particularly like that. And trust me, I was very tempted to break it, to take it another Mickey Mantle signed bat off the wall and shredding it. But that is what we're the business we're in. Got a couple of good announcements today I want to tell everyone about. My friends, as you know, Dionne's been out, the prettier half of the first family. We miss you, honey. Prayers for her for getting better. Filling in, as you know, is Jesse Schule. She's doing a great job over in the WNBA. She's got a discount. We also have a great baseball discount. Both of us are on the leaderboards. 7 days MLB, Dionne and myself, just $49. Swing $49. We talked about, and this is real important, I believe we're at like 750 something subscribers. Excuse me, 4,950 something subscribers. We need your help. Please hit that subscribe button. We want to hit 5,000. We want to hit it yesterday. So help us get that really before the weekend. We need your help. Some other things we want to tell you about. I know Kevin mentioned it. The most inexpensive, I want to say the cheapest. I don't like the word cheap because you always think flimsy. But the cheapest price you're going to receive for the early bird college and pro football combo, $7.99. Plus, you got a chance at a ton of wager books. And if you'd like to dip your toe before you dive into the football waters, guys, we have a preseason discount. There's gold in them Thar Hills. Also, my friends, we're excited. I'll be on the MLB betting coverage show. I'll be hosting later today. Joining me, the Southern assassin himself, Rocky Atkinson. And guess what? My temporary rep, Jesse Schule, will be there too. We're going to have a great show today. So tune into that before you make any of your late afternoon baseball betting decisions. So without any further ado, guys, we have a great show. Kevin Thomas is doing great work over at SportsMemo. He's on multiple sport leaderboards. He's got some things he'd like to tell you about on the premium side, and he's got another free winner for you. Guys, Kevin Thomas, take it away.
You can go over to Sports Memo and you can get my Wednesday winner. That's my MLB 3-pack. You don't want to waste time on that because that goes at 3 p.m. I got a little early game there. About the football preseason last year, finished with one of the top, and NFL 58%. So both those deals with any of these, great deal. A shout out to Joe because I won't see him on Friday. Happy early birthday. And then I'll get you right to that free MLB winner. I'm going to jump off of what Jesse was talking about earlier, the Mariners and Orioles. If you love a pitcher's duel, that's what you got yesterday. And as good as Dean Kremer was for the Orioles, 7 innings, 4 hits, that's amazing. Robbie Ray, 7 innings, 1 hit. So this game was 0-0. But the bullpens didn't get utilized, all right? We only had 4 pitchers come in, so these teams are going to be fresh. We got Chris Flexen for the Mariners, and I'm not going to touch too much on the game. I know Rocky has this as one of his picks, so I'm just going to touch on the total here. The Mariners in their last 3 games have scored a total of 5 runs. They are struggling on offense that they had to go out and pick up Carlos Santana, ex-Mariner, ex-Cleveland Indian. Last night, I think he batted twice, 0 hits. But besides the point, they're struggling on offense. They're trying to find some rhythm. And with Chris Flexen, horrible record, but he's one of the best horrible record pitchers out there. He's on the mound tonight. And on the other side, we're going with the Orioles. Voit, I'm pretty sure starting for them. This is going to be a bullpen session. Their bullpen blew the game last night. Their bullpen, unlike Joe D's Yankees, who everyone knows ranked number one in bullpen, the Orioles are the secret assassins here, as they are ranked 4th in bullpen. And I love this team. And this bullpen is going to make up for yesterday in not allowing any major hits. So 8, I think the under 8 is a steal here. So go ahead and lock it in, and that's it.
There you go. Sports.
You're muted, Joe.
Sorry, guys. See, somebody got their Christmas wish early again. There you go. How did I look? It's a good thing I wasn't ranting and raving. Sports fans, Kevin Thomas is doing great work over at SportsMemo. He says take the Orioles Mariners under. There's something I did forget to tell you guys. Today is Wednesday, and every day of the week we got something special at SportsMemo, and you can certainly take advantage of it and follow Kevin today. Spin to win. Wednesday. There's no purchase necessary. You go over there, just spin a wheel. You got discounts on a game, a day, a week, a month, you name it. That's the customer appreciation. Go over, spin it to win it, and go follow Kevin Thomas. He's a winner. I love Kevin. He's going to stick around to the end of the show. My friends, the next guy is so famous. Let me tell you, Johnny Cash and Bob Dylan wrote a song about him. My good friend Stephen Pearson, who's one of my best friends from Rat, wrote a song about him. It's called Wanted Man. He's wanted for killing bookmakers. He's the Southern assassin himself, Rocky Atkinson. He does great work, multiple sports. And guys, Rocky's been doing it for years. He may look like a kid. He's around the while killing bookmakers. I'm telling you, he's on the FBI's most wanted list. He's got some free stuff he wants to tell you about tonight, but he also has some premium plays he's excited about. Let's let Rocky tell you about both. Rocky, take it away.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, coming off a winner last night, I had a top play on St. Louis in Major League Baseball cash for us. That's 4 premium picks winners in a row on the premium side of things. Free plays are also hot, 12-3, 80% my last 15. And tonight I do have a WNBA play loaded, and I'm documented 71% this year in the WNBA. So hopefully we'll cash again there. As far as my free play here for the show, we're going to take a look at the Baltimore-Seattle game, just like Kevin did, but I'm going to look at the side here. Both teams come in with identical 35-41 straight-up records on the season. These teams have split the series so far. Baltimore won game 1. Seattle came back and won game 2 last night. And the rubber match here today, this afternoon in game 3, to see who takes the series here. Austin Voth does get the start for Baltimore, and he's pitched well in his 2 starts this year. However, he hasn't made it past the 3rd inning in either of those games. And he also had a start in June of 2021 where he pitched only 2 innings as well. So I'm thinking we're going to see the bullpen early here for Baltimore. And Kevin did say the bullpen is good, but when they come in this early, I think we're going to get some guys who haven't pitched a whole lot. And I think that's going to give us a little edge for the Mariners here. Chris Flexen does get a start for Seattle. He has a decent 3.82 ERA in his 6 starts at home this year, where he has 29 strikeouts compared to only 8 walks. So his record is not that great overall this season, but he's putting up decent numbers, not great numbers, but okay numbers here. Baltimore's 31-74, their last 105 road games. Baltimore's 19-45, their last 64 road games against right-handed starters. Seattle was 10-2 the last 12 games when their opponent allowed 2 runs or less in their previous game. And Seattle's 6-2 the last 8 games against righties. Seattle's 15-6 their last 21 games at home versus Baltimore. I'm going to recommend a play on Seattle this afternoon on the money line.
Sports fans, he's a wanted man. He's killing bookmakers. Rocky Atkinson's take, Mariners, -140. Go follow Rocky, man. He's all over multiple sport leaderboards. And if you don't believe me, go check him out. Trust me. You follow him, you're going to follow Rocky all the way to the bank. Now, my wife this week has been doing this and doing it successfully for years. Jesse Schule. Before Jesse tells you about his premium plays and before he tells you his free winner for the night, I know he's going to touch base on something special he wants to let you know about. We were talking the other day, and I asked him if he could prepare a quick little something for you guys today because it was very interesting, and it's along the lines of what Kevin and I were talking about prior to the show starting. Jesse, the floor is yours. Let's take care of this first, and then we'll go into your free play and your premium plays, please.
Well, Joe, I'm sure you're aware that an average handicapper is focused on baseball in the month of June. But for savvy veterans like us, we're focused on the upcoming football season. And Kevin was mentioning the futures bet on the Philadelphia Eagles to win the division, which makes plenty of sense since a lot of experts have the Eagles ranked number 1 overall with the best offensive line for the upcoming season. And that might bode well for them in their quest to win the division. So I like Kevin's pick there. But I've been writing season win total projections for all 32 teams. My top 3 selections are available at SportsMemo in my NFL Futures 6-pack. For $25, get my top 6 futures bets for the upcoming NFL season. Yesterday, I posted on Twitter my projected win total for the defending champion LA Rams. And I thought it was an interesting note that a lot of people probably like the defending champions to win the Super Bowl again a year later. After all, very similar lineup. However, the interesting bit is that statistically, it's more likely that the Rams miss the playoffs than it is that they win the Super Bowl again the next season. In the history of the Super Bowl era, 7 teams have won back-to-back championships. 9 teams that have won the Super Bowl have gone on to miss the playoffs the following season. The Rams, of course, have that Super Bowl hangover they got to worry about, and they have the toughest schedule in the NFL next year. They start off facing Super Bowl favorites, the Buffalo Bills, for the season opener, and they have some tough road games. Last year, they had a soft schedule. They racked up some wins against the Texans, the Jaguars, and a few other soft teams, the Giants. And they don't face any of those same teams again this year. Their schedule is much tougher. So I did project under 10.5 wins for the Rams this year. And if you're looking for more season win totals, like I said, I'm doing all 32 teams. Those will be posted on my Twitter page. And as far as today's free pick goes, though, I'm looking at another underdog, the Colorado Rockies, plus 175 as a home dog against LA. Colorado won the first 2 games of this series, which shouldn't be that much of a surprise to anybody. They are better at home than they are on the road, and they are particularly good against left-handed pitching. In fact, I think they ranked first in the majors, batting .293 against left-handers. So they've beat up on back-to-back left-handers in the first 2 games, and they get another one tonight. Julio Urias, 5-6, 2.48 ERA. He's coming off back-to-back wins over Cleveland and Atlanta. But the Rockies have had their way with him. They're batting .324 over a combined 132 at-bats. So they've seen plenty of them. The numbers sort of speak for themselves. They've hit him pretty good. And you got German Marquez going for Colorado. His numbers are not very impressive, 4-5, 5.58 ERA. He has faced the Dodgers once this season, though. 1 run, 3 hits in 7 innings and a no decision. So given the price, given the Rockies are playing better baseball right now, I'll take the home team plus 175.
Jesse the Body Schultz, just take the Rockies plus 175. Great insight on your excerpt, Jesse. Thank you very much for sharing that. And over the next few weeks, I'm sure you're going to be sharing more tidbits on football season, college and pro. My friends, go follow Jesse. Spin to Win Wednesday. You get a discount on a game, a day, a month, you name it. Go follow Jesse. He's been winning for decades. Now, guys, Jesse will be back along with Kevin and Rocky in just a moment. We're going to run down some free plays, get some closing thoughts. But my voice is almost back, so adjust those volumes. I have one question for you. Are you ready to win today? I'm on an 11-4 overall run. So if you are ready to win, then you got to do one thing. You got to follow me on the diamond with a big game release. That's right. I have another big game with for you today in baseball. My AL total of the month. My voice is cracking like Peter Brady, guys, during puberty because I'm so excited. I release so few totals that when I do, They are money. Beyond this big game of the month winner, and you will be a big winner today, I have this big early game winner available right now at Sports Memo for just $10. Now let's talk about my free winner NL matchup going off early. Game 3 of the series between the Pirates and the Nationals. My friends, it was only a few short years ago that Washington was World Series champions. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. They now own the second worst record in the NL and dwell in the NL East cellar, 19 games back in the division. One thing this team can certainly be excited about is when they face the Pittsburgh Pirates. They have taken games 1 and 2 of this series, handing the Pirates their 4th and 5th consecutive losses, while the Nationals themselves have now won 6 of their last 8 outings. Mitch Keller, Paolo Espino, they're scheduled here today. Keller owns a 2-5 mark, 4.77, while the team has lost 3 of his last 4 turns. Espino, 0-1 with a 2.21, and has looked pretty sharp in his 3 starts this season. Pittsburgh is 0-6 the last 6 versus the NL East, 3-13 the last 16 following a loss, 5-14 the last 19 on grass, and 5-17 the last 22 overall. With the combination of them sliding and Washington heating up a bit, I'll take the Nationals here. I don't like to go above $1.50, so if this slides up, it is a free play, but I still like it. I think they get another big win over the really hurting Pittsburgh Pirates. Guys, we're going to run down the free plays. Then we got a couple of announcements. Let's go to Kevin Thomas real quick. Kevin, you know what, Kevin? Let's do, before we run down the free plays, let's get some closing comments from you first, Kevin, if you can.
First, Joe, I'm a little worried about you with that beer meister. You've been hitting the gym, doing the boxing and stuff, looking good. I'm a little worried. I mean, you got me and Jesse and Rocky. We're pretty built 4 guys here, so don't fall out of touch with that.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just excited to have a kegerator in my backyard, man. I am. I checked this morning real quick. It sets it at 32 degrees, which is the perfect temperature for beer. I'm going to go pick up my keg now, right after the show. You know what? Maybe I'll do it after I do the MLB show, just in case I sample a glass or two. I make sure I'm on the up and up. But Kevin, before we run down some free plays, closing thoughts or comments. It's Wednesday. Tell everybody what you're thinking.
I'm thinking head over to SportsMemo, take advantage of all the great deals. Like you said, spin the wheel. And, I mean, you could take each of us individually, all together, just there's so many great deals over there. There's so many ways that you can invest over at SportsMemo. So go over and take full advantage. But make sure you subscribe. 5K, that's nothing. We need to get there, and we need to do it before Joe's birthday. So make sure you get there, give the like sign, have your mom log in and have your wife log in and call those kids that you don't talk to. Have them log in and also.
Gotta love Kevin Thomas. Rocky Atkinson, closing thoughts and comments before we run down the free plays.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to hopefully another WNBA winner tonight. Wishing you guys all the best, of course. And subscribe, like, comment, share this video, and head over to sportsmemo.com with tons and tons of deals there.
Rocky, you are smooth as silk. I got to tell you, man, you are smooth. I always thought that if somebody was going to narrate my life, I wanted like Samuel L. Jackson because he says the word MF a lot. But I think I want you to narrate the story of my life when I go. Please do. My friends, Jesse Schule, who's my co-host this week. Jesse, closing thoughts or comments?
Well, with football on the brain, if you can't wait for NFL preseason, look for CFL action this week. Game tomorrow night, Friday and Saturday CFL games. So look for those at Sports Memo.
All right. Love it. Sports fans, let's run them down. Kevin, what'd you have for everybody today?
Orioles Mariners under 8.
Rocky A.
Mariners -140.
The body himself, Jesse Schule.
The Rockies, a big home dog.
There you go, and your sexy and savory host, the Nationals -145. My friends, tune in the rest of the week for some very special guests and tons of free winners. On behalf of Sports Memo, Jesse, Kevin, Rocky, and the First Family. And don't forget to subscribe. This is Joe D'Amico. To everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.